warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Nabila Mitiwakiman. I am from Program Bachelor of Science, Chemistry, Forensic Analysis. In this video, I will present about my topic, which is ISO 9000 and ISO 14000. What is ISO 9000? ISO 9000 is a series of standards developed and published by the International Organization for Standardization. It defines, establishes, and maintains an effective quality assurance system for manufacturing and service industries. The ISO 9000 standard is the most widely known and has perhaps had the most impact of the 13,000 standards the ISO has published. It serves many different industries and organizations as a guide to quality product, service, and management. The history of ISO 9000. ISO 9000 has its roots in the BS 5750, a standard developed by the British Standards Institution. It was published in 1979 and is considered to be the first management system quality standard. ISO 9000 has been through 5 editions, including its initial release. The timeline of new edition releases is as follows. In 1987, the initial release has 3 QMS standards, which are 9001 focus on design, 9002 which is focused on QA in production, and 9003 focused on QA during final inspection. In 1994, this edition emphasized QA preventive action and QA post-production. It requires a lot of documentation. In 2000, this edition reduced the amount of documentation needed, replaced all 3 former standards, and focused on process management and process performance metrics. In 2008, there were no major change in this edition, but rather clarification to improve consistency with other ISO standards. In 2015, this is the current version. The structure was modified to make it easier to integrate ISO 9000 with other international standards. It also focuses on customer satisfaction, measuring performance, and being less perceptive. ISO 9000 Quality Management Principles. Customer focus. Businesses must understand customer requirements and aim to exceed customer expectations. Organizations should measure customer satisfaction with their product or service as well. Leadership. Organizational leaders should establish a vision for the direction of the company and empower employees to reach that goal. Leaders should establish trusted relationship with employees and recognize their contributions. Engagement. Employees at every level should be involved. Process. Organizations should manage resources as a process. They should use process analysis tools to measure what the organization is capable of. Continuous improvement. Companies should take a continual improvement approach and empower people to make improvements, measure improvement consistently, and celebrate those improvements. Evidence-based decision making. Organizations should make decisions based on sound data analysis, balanced with practical experience and qualitative evidence. This involves using techniques like decision matrices to evaluate and rank options and multi-voting. Relationship management. Organizations should focus on fostering a mutually beneficial relationship with partner organizations, including suppliers, service providers, and contractors. ISO 9001 certification. An ISO 9001 certification shows an organization products and services meet quality requirements. To earn an ISO 9001 certification, an organization must demonstrate the following. It follows ISO 9000 guidelines, it follows its own guidelines and requirements, it meets statutory and regulatory requirements, and it documents its performance. Why is it ISO 9000 important? ISO 9000 is important because it establishes standards for how an organization's product or service will meet customer and stakeholder needs within a set of regulatory requirements. It helps an organization build, maintain, and continuously improve its QMS with the end goal of providing the best service or product quality. Companies that follow the guidelines are likely to reduce the cost of production because the standards and controls put in place cut down on costly and time-consuming mistakes. A focus on process also enables organizations to use personnel, resources, and time most efficiently. Following the standards can give organizations a competitive advantage because compliance enhances an organization's reputation. What is ISO 14000? ISO 14000 is a set of standards created to help companies around the world reduce their adverse impact on the environment. It's a framework for improved and more environmentally conscious quality management system by organizations large and small. ISO 14000 is defined as a series of international environmental management standards, guides, and technical reports. The standards specify requirements for establishing an environmental management policy, determining environmental impacts of products or services, planning environmental objectives, implementing programs to meet objectives, and conducting corrective action and management review. ISO 14000 certification process. A recent survey reported more than 300,000 valid ISO 14000 certifications across nearly 500,000 sites in 171 countries around the world. With the biggest growth in the entire family of ISO standards, ISO 14000 certification proves to be valuable in today's competitive global marketplace. While it varies based on industry sector, company size, number of sites, and available resources, listed below is a general overview of the ISO 14000 certification process. The firstly, which is assessment by the certifying body. Secondly, required documentation from the organization. Then audit by the certifying body, non-conformity resolution by the organization, certification by the certifying body for the organization. Why is it ISO 14000 important? ISO 14000 is important because it enables organizations to move beyond regulatory compliance and take a proactive approach toward environmental management. Businesses can create a massive impact when they actively take part in considering the environment. When companies systemize and standardize their operations with an international accredited framework, not only can it help them implement sustainable business practices that protect the environment, but but they can also inevitably achieve conformance to environmental regulations with ease. ISO 9000 and ISO 14000. ISO 40000 and ISO 9000 are related to each other in a way that both standards deal with establishing, implementing, monitoring, and improving processes, especially for companies involved in international trade. ISO 14001 specifically focuses on environmental management, while ISO 9001 emphasizes on quality assurance programs for managing businesses. Differences between ISO 9000 versus ISO 14000. ISO 9000 encourages organizations to institute quality assurance management programs. The major system requirements are defined by customers. It includes evaluation of suppliers and review of customer contracts. The goals of a quality system are generally quite clear. For ISO 14000, it deals with the management of the environmental effects of an organization, customers as well as many additional stakeholders. Include methods of evaluating environmental impacts and systems. The situation for environmental system is not straightforward. Conclusion in this topic, ISO 9000 and ISO 14000 are known as generic management system standards because they are not specific to a particular product, resource, or process. They refer to families of standards consisting of management systems and related supporting tools that can be applied equally to private industry and public sector organizations of any size that offer any product, activity, or service. The standards provide an organization with a model for setting up and operating a management system.